The Stellar Dominion's emergency assembly had been in progress for 6 hours. Ambassador Thelvan of the Ascendancy stood at the central podium, his voice carrying the weight of desperation that no diplomat should ever reveal. "We were wrong," he said simply. "About everything." The confession echoed through the vast chamber where representatives from 200 species had gathered. Many refused to meet his gaze. They all remembered what they had done. 50 years ago, humanity had achieved faster-than-light travel. The galaxy had watched with growing alarm as these Deathworlders, survivors of a planet that killed 90% of species that evolved there, began expanding into space. Dominion projections were unanimous. Within 2 centuries, humans would dominate known space through sheer aggressive expansion. The coalition of Sentinel worlds was formed in secret. 14 major civilizations agreed to a simple plan: quarantine Earth before humanity became unstoppable. They deployed a quantum barrier around humanity's star system, an invisible prison that prevented any ship from entering or leaving. No communication. No trade. No contact. For the protection of galactic peace, the coalition had declared publicly. Until they mature as a species. The truth was simpler and darker: they were afraid. Humanity's response had been monitored through long-range sensors. At first, there was confusion, then anger. Human ships threw themselves against the barrier repeatedly, testing its limits. The coalition congratulated itself on acting before humanity could retaliate. Then something unexpected happened. Humanity stopped trying to break out. For 50 years, the galaxy moved on. The Ascendancy expanded its trade routes. The Valkyrie Union doubled its territory. Humanity was occasionally mentioned in history courses as a cautionary tale about aggressive species. 3 months ago, the Devourer arrived. It had no name in any known language. An entity of pure energy that consumed entire star systems, converting matter into fuel for its incomprehensible journey across the universe. It had destroyed civilizations that existed before the current Dominion species had even evolved. The Devourer cut through the Valkyrie Union first. 16 colonies vanished in days. The Ascendancy's fleet, the most powerful military force in the galaxy, lasted 47 minutes. Species that had never known war suddenly faced extinction. The Dominion's final desperate scan of the galaxy revealed something impossible. The quantum barrier around Earth's system was gone. Not broken. Not disabled. Simply, absent. As if someone had erased it from existence. Thelvan had led the delegation to Earth, expecting to find a primitive civilization that had barely survived its isolation. Instead, his ship was greeted by a fleet that made the Ascendancy's destroyed armada look like children's toys. The human admiral who met them was a woman named Rodriguez. She listened to their plea for help with an expression Thelvan couldn't read. "Let me understand," Rodriguez said quietly. "You imprisoned us for 50 years because you were afraid we'd be aggressive. Now you want our help fighting something that's actually destroying you." "Yes," Thelvan whispered, shame burning through him. Rodriguez walked to a viewport, looking out at Earth below. "You want to know what humanity did for 50 years behind your barrier? We unified. Every nation, every culture, every difference we'd been fighting over for millennia suddenly seemed stupid when we realized the entire galaxy had abandoned us. We built these ships not to conquer you, but because we knew someday you might need them." She turned back to face him. "We watched you through quantum telescopes we developed in year 12. Saw your civilizations grow while we were trapped. We could have hated you. Many did, at first. Why didn't you?" Thelvan asked. "Because we remembered our own history. How many times humans imprisoned other humans out of fear. How fear makes monsters of us all. We decided that when we finally broke free, and we knew we wouldn't become the thing you were afraid of." Now, standing before the Stellar Dominion Assembly, Thelvan delivered humanity's response. The human fleet would engage the Devourer. They had technology the Dominion couldn't comprehend, weapons developed in isolation that operated on principles that shouldn't exist. But there was a condition. Humanity demands no territory, no reparations, no apologies, Thelvan announced. Their price is this: when this is over, every species in this Dominion will sign the Universal Coexistence Charter. No species will ever be imprisoned out of fear again. No civilization will be judged on what they might become rather than what they are. And the coalition of Sentinel worlds will be dissolved permanently. The vote was unanimous. The battle lasted 3 days. The Devourer had never encountered resistance it couldn't overcome. Humanity introduced it to the concept of defeat. When it was over, 16 species owed their existence to the Deathworlders they had once imprisoned. Admiral Rodriguez's final transmission to the Dominion was brief: "We're going home now. Don't make us come back." The galaxy had feared humanity's rise. Now they understood, humanity had risen long before the barriers fell. They just chose to rise as saviors instead of conquerors. The coalition of Sentinel worlds was dismantled within a week. The Universal Coexistence Charter became the foundation of a new galactic order, one built on trust rather than fear. The lesson was learned. Fear creates the monsters we imagine. Trust gives them the chance to be heroes instead. Kindly like and subscribe channel. Thank you.